moved the, I'm getting a warning that my video is too long. That's typical for me. I am in Ultra 4K right now. So anyway, I've moved wires up because I'm thinking about the future. When it comes down to using, sorry, I'm just really thinking about this video time frame right now. When it comes down to using cleaning products to clean top to bottom of your garage, let me get you back out of Zoom. Sorry about that. You know, there's a number of different products that you can use. My thought on all of this is that I want to clean like nobody's business. I did a test spot right here using Comet and some water to let it soak into some stains, and then used just a scoop, a large cup of cat litter, as it's called a poultice, I believe. I wasn't really familiar with this word, but I found some videos on it about cleaning the oil up out of your cement. You may have, you know, this encounter, and this way you get the cleaner to break up detergent, dish soap, different cleaners, right? And then you want to pull the oils up, and then I actually bought at Harbor Freight for $20 a very wide, flat shovel, and you shovel it all up. What I have found is it makes a dusty, disgusting mess. I mean, it's clay that's melting with the cleaner and the water, and then it's getting all into the pores of the cement. And I found that maybe for just a small spot that happened in a garage, great. The other thing to consider is your garage floor sealed or non-sealed? By the looks of this garage, I assumed that it was not sealed. I also am worried about the moisture of the cement. This is a very important factor when applying, as I will be, Rust-Oleum epoxy shield, 5 times more durable than a 1-part floor paint. Now, I've got some cracks in the cement. I will show them to you in a moment. And I want to button this thing down. This is deluxe vehicle detailing after all, and I want to take this to the max. So you've got to consider, if you're putting down paint, you've got to use something that's like an acid etch, like this clean strip, right? Helps paint stick. So you can clean up the surface with a degreaser and a cleaner. However, you want to really get down into the pores, because these epoxy products, that's what they do. They get down into the cement to adhere. So if you've got sealed cement, what you can do is drip water all over your garage, or, you know, a few different spots, and see if it creates a I'm at a loss. I'm so sorry, folks. But if it beads, like, I forget the word beading, right? If it beads, then you've got a sealed concrete surface. If you've got a sealed concrete surface, you can't use this without using something that's a primer, which is okay to put on sealed surfaces. So that's something else now I need to consider before going any farther with this. But I'm not positive. I think that this surface could just be so dirty and have oils and greases and everything from years and years of neglect that the water is somewhat beading, because there's just so much surface grime on it. I'm not going to know that until I degrease, and I'm going to go ahead and use the concrete and metal prep and just see where I get. It really can't hurt at this point because I want things as clean as possible. So these may be some things that you want to consider too. If you can put an air conditioning system in your garage and are going to use a wall unit, this Frost King air conditioner support makes things easy. It's nice to have a long telescoping brush to reach up. I've kind of jumped around a bit, I know, but I'm using my solo pump sprayer here to go ahead and pre-treat the walls, spray as much as I can with probably some simple green. It's up high, it's not real greasy and dirty. I use the brush, I dip it right into the bucket of hot water that also has some cleaner to it. I'm using the 2-bucket method for the brush, so I'm going ahead and putting it in some clean water there. Then I'm dipping it into my water that has cleaner within the product that's hot, brushing all the rafters, everything that could drop any kind of contaminants. I just booked a ceramic coating on a brand new 2021 BX7 Alpina edition SUV from BMW, brand new. He's going to want it coated. I don't need to polish because he just got it like 4 days ago. And I'm just going to decon and go with Dallas Paint Correction T3. He said he didn't want to have a long-term product put on it because he said he's only going to keep it 2 years and then get another car. So he wasn't concerned about longevity at all. Anyway, the long and short of things is clean from top to bottom. Block off anything that you can. It's easy to get plastic sheeting. I've got an electric stapler. Bam, bam, bam. I'm going to seal up all of these areas. I'm still going to have, the soffit bringing air in. So there's going to be some ventilation. I can push air out just as a recap. And, certainly none of you need to know, hey, to clean a garage, you use some cleaners. But there's some steps to it. And if you're going to be thinking about, down the road, you can see here, I'm going to zoom you in. As I was cleaning the top area of the garage, I kind of wiped the rafters. Look at that line of demarcation where I could no longer reach. So that's where it's nice to, have a long-handled brush, get all the dirt and grime off, clean behind everything that you can, like those conduit, casings for your wires. I went ahead and, covered things in plastic or wrapped some microfiber around the delicate electric areas. If you've got an electric box, you want to be sure and cover that ugly mess up, which will be encased and not be visible anymore. So just kind of an update, some things to think about. If you're going to be put a flooring system in, you've got to be conscious of what you've got going with that. And also, just one more side note. I had a single bulb, probably blind you with this, right? I had a single bulb when I moved in here. I went and got one of these three-way type lights. I think I was at Home Depot. They're about 15, 20 bucks and really brightened this place up. However, lighting for detailing is a huge factor, right? Obviously, I've got these nice 5000K lights on stands, makes them mobile. It's going to be awesome. Pulling into this garage is going to be done. Let me back you out here. So I've got this bathroom that was built in here. I'm trying to look for my finger. And it took some of the space, of course, away from the garage. This is about 20 feet deep. So what I'm going to have to do is pull in on an angle. And this, if I wanted to put lighting on the walls And then, you know, on the ceiling, now I'm looking at things at a diagonal. What I have come up with from Amazon are these lights here. I'm gonna grab this. I just put this up here just to kind of have it out of the way. So these lights, you can either chain them and they provide a chain, or I think it's called Bondic or something like that. Probably should know the name, sorry about that. But anyway, they're like the #1 rated. They're LED lighting, there's no heat, they take very little electricity, and they are 4000 K in their brightness, and a 5000 K as far as a little bit on the blue tint, which is what you want for detailing, shows every little defect. I went ahead and did the hooks. Let's set this back up here. And I painted them my green, 2 of them green, 1 of them white. And I am going to drop down